Okay, 1896. Good luck. That should be green there. Just gone green now. 25,000 games are rapid for my opponent, and I've got just over 200. 214. Okay, d5 is still a correct move here. Just develop the knight. With black, we're just trying to equalize the position as much as we can out of the opening. Bishop down is a move, knight up is a move. Lots of options. Okay, knight comes up. So take, check, knight up. Otherwise, you might run into ideas where you get the queen here and might go wrong, but I think I'm okay to take back here. If bishop check, I think I just block. You don't block with a bishop and hang your knight, of course. But it's a safe pre-move to take back. Obviously, there are checks here as well, so I've got to be a little bit careful. I'm just going to take that knight, then push a pawn, which I'm going to push this pawn. Obviously, bishop a3 might be moving some lines, so queen check or bishop check, I'll block with a bishop I would expect, and then just bishop up and castle. Okay, I'm going to develop the bishop and maybe come on a diagonal. Maybe not. So g6 now. Is white going to fly down the board? I could push, but that feels like a mistake. But if I play a bishop here, then you've got bishop down. I'm just going to bring the knight up and then maybe flip the knight to the other side. The opponent's playing this very, very quickly, so it's like opening theory that I might be forgetting. But I'm just going to try and bring the knight across, use it as a giant pawn, and then try and get castled. Potential to attack the pawn. Bishop down might be a move. Maybe queen up, I'm not sure. Maybe just knight across and trade. Now that attacks my bishop. So I've got to still be careful. Knight across takes, queen takes. There's a potential for a pin in some lines. I do have queen up immediately to attack that pawn. With a threat here as well, what do I want to do? If I go up, say queen back as a threat here. Not quite so easy, is it? Here. I guess if I go here, I'm threatening to take the knight as well, though. Let's come here. Yeah, if queen goes back, I just take the knight. But I've got to be careful about the bishop getting developed, queen behind, and a pin before I get castled. Ooh, it's going very, very attacking, extremely attacking here. Okay, that's the idea. To take queen takes and then pin. So that's the idea. So I assume I want to take here straight away, but take here. And how do I unleash my bishop? I'm going to take and maybe pawn up. There is a loose pawn here though. But not easy to get castled. I've got queen up now though to hit 2 pawns. Queen up, guard a pawn, hit 2 pawns. That seems sensible. Queen across might be a perfectly good move, but then I get the bishop up with tempo and I can castle. Very, very sharp opening that my opponent's playing here. Okay, queen's gone back, could be better. So what about rook across now? Hold on, I could potentially castle though. Is castling a move? Is it just really bad? What if I go bishop up now and allow queen takes and takes? After bishop blocks, I think white is fine. Again, if I do this idea, you've still got bishop down. I'm going to play rook across and just threaten to take the pawn with a check. That would get the queen off. I guess bishop up might be a move, but let's just see. Now that stops this threat. So now I've got g6, I think. So I'm going to go g6 now. There's no longer the immediate one move bishop threat to stop castling. Bishop here also threatens a pawn. Very tricky opening. So push the pawn, c4. So again, the idea is here and you'll go here. But if here and you go there, I can just simply take with check. Takes, takes, and I've solved a lot of the problems, but there is a loose pawn here. So here, this pawn is still a bit loose. Bishop down though. Takes, 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 and the bishop stops this immediate threat though. So I'm going to go here and threaten to capture the pawn with a check. And threaten to castle. I expect these pawns might fly down the board. Really aggressive line that my opponent's played here. Can we survive it? Okay, has indeed done that, so if I castle, will we get the immediate h4? Probably, but I'm going to do it anyway. Maybe I can play f6. Maybe. But now my opponent's got the problem of the ruined king as well that I need to deal with. So now, do we have a move like queen up to stop the castling? I don't think we do. Maybe just b6. But I've got bishop up as well. Yeah, queen up, the rook can take. Now I'm just going to play steady does it. Maybe rook across and pressure the bishops. Okay, I'm going to play rook across and just pressure the bishops here. I'm a long way down on the clock, a long way behind. I'd rather have the b pawn up than the a pawn, I think, now, just because of this potential. But then obviously I don't have protection for my bishop here. But not easy to create anything here. Depends what white does now, though. Queen across might be an immediate threat. You can't move this bishop without losing this one. Right, bishop comes forward and attacks the rook. So check. No, that must be a mistake. I'm just going to shuffle across. I don't want to burn too much more time. I'm a long way down on the clock now. Actually, I'm down to only 30 seconds behind now. We've got a little bit back. Bishop down might be a move to charge this bishop, but then it still invites trouble. But yeah, it feels like this pawn rather than this pawn. So queen across, I guess you just got rook up, so is it really feasible to do this? Oh, is that a move? Takes, takes. Well, that could be interesting, but my rook might hang at the end. Here, here. If you take, take. I don't think there's a discovery. B5. You might have this, but then I can just take. I'm going to play b5 and try and open things up. I'm a little bit bogged down here. And again, I'm back to a minute down on the clock again. Idea is if takes, I think I can just take on g2 and try and open the king's defences. Or at least try to. I could even just put the bishop on d5 and go a bit more solid. And just sack a pawn. So if I take now, can you immediately counter? I think I just take, so I'm going to do it. Idea is to hit the bishop. If you take, take, or maybe I have blundered actually. Maybe you can just take there immediately. Yeah, I think I've blundered. You do it that way, take, and I can't take back. Ooh, I've just blundered a piece for nothing. Although no, I'm taking a piece back, aren't I? It's just a piece for a piece. No, I'm confusing myself. If bishop takes, I think I just take back with a h pawn. Then the white king is a little bit more vulnerable now. Yeah, I don't think I take the rook if you take here. That feels dangerous, but it might be a good move. Let's just see what white does. But I think my opponent hadn't seen the idea. But the idea is to simply collect the bishop back, and it's just basically swapping a pawn for pawn. But now white has a 2-on-1 majority here. Could be dangerous. Could be very dangerous. Actually, yeah, if bishop takes here, I think I simply take the rook. I think I do. But then if you take, I think I'm okay just to take back in here with the queen. If the queen takes, I think I take the light squared bishop. King takes, I take the dark one. The king takes, so we take. If the bishop moves anywhere, just take the queen with check and then take back. Bishop moves, I've also got a rook check threat. First time my opponent's really stopped for a think all game. The bishop has moved, so we've got a check. Then we can take and collect a pawn. So I'm going to throw a check in. We can always take and grab a pawn. We might have queen up. Ooh, that's really risky with a potential for a pin there, but I still think taking might be better. What if I go here? It feels risky to me. I'm just going to take and grab the pawn. Now I need to get my bishop into play. Yeah, rook across. If rook over, I think I've got rook back, but this pawn is loose. Well, that's a good move, actually. I can't defend my pawn. That's a very good move. So I have to go forward here. And I have to play a move like bishop back. And then try and bring the bishop up. My idea is bishop up, and then this is solid. King up, and there's no real risk here. Okay. Let's just come forward and king up. This should be fairly solid now. No easy way to collect the pawn. It's opposite coloured bishops. There might be ideas to go after the king, though. Not there because of the bishop here. Oh, can I play a move like pawn up? If you take, I can eliminate the outer pawns. Oh, I didn't see that, actually. Oops. I just completely missed that threat. Oops, that's an oops moment. I've had a complete oops moment there. Just missed that. Here. I guess you go there. No, I just take. I have to come back. I do have a check potential. I'm going to push my pawn. The pawn's playing really, really well here. Yeah, I just completely missed that the bishop and rook can double up here against my king. Completely missed that threat. And the king might be able to get in. There could be issues here. I do have a bishop to check, though. Potential here, potential for a check. But boy, not easy, is it? I'll pre-move in case you take the pawn. Then if I can get the rook down to a7 to guard the 7th rank on my 2nd rank, then the king can safely go back. What the heck? Oh, I've just tried to do a pre-move and gone the wrong square. I've just blundered the game. Something slipped with the mouse there. Oh god, I've just done a slip with the mouse and just chucked the game. What the heck? I mean, maybe I'm still technically in the game, but that was a mouse slip and it's just cost me Now I need the bishop away and keep this square doubled twice. There's nothing I can do to win this. I don't think now unless opponent blunders. Let's push. One stupid little mouse slip and that's the game. If I go here, trade, the pawn goes, then I can't stop it. My only potential is to get a passed pawn. I can't believe my opponent's just allowed that, but they have. They've given me a passed pawn. Okay. Or maybe I should have gone there to come across, cut the king. The king goes here, I'm going here. But it's a distraction as well. Oh boy, how stupid. One simple slip with a mouse. Wait, if I go here now, king across here, I can't guard. I'm going to check with an ID to go here and go after a checkmate. Yeah, opponent sees that, but now I think I can check and go here. I've just got to be aware of this. Now, if you take, I've got a discovered check and I win the rook back. Or do I? The rook can block. I think I take with a check, so you can't still push. But I'm threatening a check here. So I think this wins the game. It's a check. If you go here, still a check and I come back. So I think this wins the game. And now we just go back, stop the pawn. Poof. One simple slip with the mouse, that's all it was. One simple slip with the mouse and I nearly blundered it just trying to do a pre-move to capture back and I went on the wrong square. The only time in the game I did it as well. Right, now it should be comfortable. They're on dark squares. These pawns aren't, but that's not too bad. I'll just run the king round now. And we're up on the clock. Actually, I can send the bishop in to collect these, can't I? Oh, now I collect. Now I'll just take the bishop, I think. Or do I? Yeah, opponent's out of time. Just sack there. Make sure there's no stalemate. And that's a really good win in the end, but very tough game.